Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hi guys and welcome back to another episode of the Wednesday Waffle. Man, it's been more than 20 episodes and sometimes I just look back and I'm just amazed at how many videos of the Wednesday Waffle I've been putting up. And the thing is, like, it's every single week, man. It's been like almost more than 20 weeks. It's just funny sometimes how time really moves by so fast. Like, in alhamdulillah, I really hope you're doing well, and I really hope that whatever you have going on in your life is also moving on well. In today's video, actually today's Tuesday when I'm filming this, and it's like 5:24 p.m. and I told myself, like, I just don't want to do this on Wednesday, because when I do it on Wednesday, it's like I'm feeling so much pressure to be like, I need to upload a video. And at the moment, like, the place where I am, like, I have really bad internet, and like uploading sometimes becomes a really big issue for me. So like I start uploading the video by like 7 p.m. By the time it's even like processing, there are some levels to like uploading a video, so that you upload it and then YouTube processes the video, and then like it checks for any, like, what do you call them, copyright issues, and like copyright audios you might have used, and like any material that is not supposed to be on YouTube, and any, like, what do we call it again, explicit material, like anything that is not like friendly to be viewed by every single person. So YouTube kind of has a processing way of like looking and checking a video for those audios, like explicit content and things that are generally just not suitable to be viewed by the public, and not by the public but like by everyone, like things that just don't meet the YouTube standard. So like YouTube has a way of processing these things, and then by the time this video is actually done processing, it's Thursday, and I feel bad about myself for not being able to work and publish the video on Wednesday. Probably most of you don't even notice that. I know that a few of you guys do notice that I upload a video like a little bit late, and I've had several of you guys, thank you guys so much, who have actually asked me like, where's today's video? And I really do appreciate that kind of following up and everything, but that's the reason why I'm doing this today. And I just told myself, I already know, because I have these things kind of planned up, like I have a note section where I do kind of plan this video sometimes, but I just told myself, like, I don't want that pressure on Wednesday particularly. I want Wednesday to be just another day that I get to upload the video, and not necessarily go through the pressures of like having to film the video, having to think that I didn't film the video and yeah. But generally speaking, also sometimes I get like Wednesday sometimes can be really hectic, from the point where I am at this point, alhamdulillah, with the local shifts and everything. So like it becomes easier for me to like offload the work and just do a little bit of the work on Wednesday. And you guys at this point understand why I'm filming this on Tuesday. I don't know why I had to do all that, but it feels like I'm usually like talking to a friend whenever I'm filming these videos. It's like there's really no like intense pressure put onto it. So plus also, like, I have a track record on this channel. It's like yapping comes second to nature, sometimes I even have to consciously think like, subhanallah, I'm really talking a lot and I need to edit myself, but it comes naturally to be. And it's something that in this videos, that's the real essence of these videos. And if you're like caught up in the content of the Wednesday Waffle, then maybe we need to take a break and kind of revisit the essence of why we're having these videos. Number one is like the whole idea, like if you go back to the initial videos, like first 2 to 3 videos of like the Wednesday Waffle, you hear me talk about this concept where it's like every single week on Wednesday, I don't know why people chose Wednesday, but like it rhymes with the waffle, and the waffle is basically yapping, another fancy word for just yapping. But it's like the day when, so like the Wednesday Waffle is like you just pick up your phone and record like a 2-minute video of 2 minutes. I know, guys, so just just go with me slowly. You record a 2-minute video and kind of update your friends, family, your close people, whoever you want to update, that of whatever is going on in your life, like whatever you're struggling with, whatever you are working with your successes, your failures, for example, your challenges, and everything you're kind of going throughout the entire week, so that every other person that is kind of in your close circle, or like you are part of their close circle, is up to date with your life, and like they know who am I helping, like who am I, how am I showing up for this kind of person, or like what's going up with so on. So just it was just an idea to keep up with your friends and family and your close people. So in the same way, like I do this kind of videos to kind of update you guys on whatever is going on in my life, for those of you who are interested, and also at some point to kind of include some gist into the video. It's like to bring out it's a reflective part and time for me. And I kind of urge you guys in every single video, like you just need to take a step back and think, like what has been happening for me in this particular week, what's been going on, what's been happening, what am I facing, what am I being challenged with, you know, and kind of not just update me, because I ask you guys to do that in the comments, but most of you guys don't even do that. But feel free, guys, feel free in the comment section down below. Just tell me, okay, now answer this question. How has your week been? How has your day been? Are you happy with whatever is going on in your life? What are some of the challenges like you're facing, and what are you doing to kind of face them, or like make them not a challenge anymore? But that's the whole essence of doing these videos, where like I come on here and update you guys of whatever is happening in my life. Of course, if you know me already, or like if it's coming out as a news right now for you, it's like I don't really showcase a lot of my life out here. I just pick a few bits that I think are necessary, or like are shareable, so that I can share. I do respect this from other people, and I hope that you guys also respect this from me, because not every aspect of someone's life is shareable. Of course, there are people who choose to share their lives, and there's nothing wrong with that, everybody to themselves. But there are just a few areas in my life where I tend to like keep them to myself, and I kind of feel happy that they're just, you know, inside and not outside. But you guys get the point. Anyways, yeah, this has been a really long yapping session. But the other thing that we kind of do in this video, specifically for the Wednesday Waffle in this particular channel, is that I kind of include a reflective moment where I think about my week, and I think about the things that I'm kind of picking, and the things that I'm kind of learning, and things that are kind of adding value to my life. And I like to do this a lot because I firmly believe that in order to go forward, you need to first understand like where you are and what you're doing, and like where you're headed towards. Because and for us to do that properly, we also need to know like what has been happening in our life. Because if you followed up last week's video, you kind of know already that the moment you are, the place you are in your life right now, wherever you are, it's like a collective evidence of all the decisions you've made in your life previously. And if you don't take a step back and sort of look back and edit and like try and edit, you can't edit the decisions because they're already done at some point. Some you can, some you can't, but you guys get the point. It's like if you don't take a step back and kind of reflect upon whatever has been happening, whatever decisions you've been making in your life, whatever things you have going on, whatever, when it comes to like whatever actions you're taking, if you don't take the time and actually see into these things and reflect upon them, it becomes very difficult to even make some progress. Because sometimes you might end up thinking that you are doing something nice, but in reality, are you doing something nice? So that is the whole essence of this Wednesday Waffle videos, and the Wednesday Waffle, yeah. And in this particular week, something that I've been reflecting upon really much is, man, this has been a hard pill to swallow, to be honest. This has been a hard pill to swallow. It's like, I sometimes can be really ambitious, and sometimes I get overboard with my ambitiousness, and like it gets ambiguous, you know? And I want things for myself. I want like these successes. I want to be this way, I want to be that, I want to be this, I want to be that. And like it's really motivating, especially when you think about it, when you're like pondering about it, when you're wasting your time sitting down with that thought and not doing anything. It's really, really nice. It's really motivating. You get psyched up, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to become this, you want to become that. But then you come and like all of a sudden in a moment you kind of have like a curtain unveiled for you, where it's like you get to see the reality. And the reality in this case is actually the process of you getting to where you want to get, the process of you doing the things that are going to bring you to that particular moment of like, or like that particular success that you're actually sitting and dreaming about and fantasizing about. Well, it's good to want these things, it's good to set goals, it's good to be ambitious, it's good to, you know, be these things. But then once the curtain of reality is just flipped and you're like, man, I have to do all this, can be really a really devastating moment, and a demotivating, I would say, moment in everything, because you kind of see like the processes you have to go through and this and that. Well, for me, there's that aspect, and then there's also like a calming aspect to this, because I was like, there's no way I'm just feeling this for no reason. And then I just sat to myself and I was like, I picked someone in reality, and I was like, actually, like, another insider thing for me, it's like whenever I think about these things, I just don't think about them. I kind of try and search them in my reality. Like, for instance, when I say I want to become a good clinician, I want to become a good healthcare provider, I want to be a good father, I want to be a good husband, I want to be a good friend, a good brother, a very eloquent person. When I say this, I don't just say this and sit down and maybe look into the process of becoming a good father. I kind of search in my own life and try and see who is quote unquote a best father, who is quote unquote, in my own perception of what a good husband or a good father is, who is a good husband. And I try and sort of see that person and try and kind of dig deep into who they are, how they're doing their things, what's their day-to-day life, and everything in between. So this specific thing for me is specifically around the clinical aspect, I would say so. It's like there are people that I really look up to, and I'm like, when I grow up, I want to be so and so. When I grow up, I want to be like so and so, or even better. And I was like, I really want to be them. I really want to be there. I really want this type of job. I really want to be there. But then when I look at it, I'm like, subhanallah, this guy had to go to med school, of course. That check, we have that out of the box. This guy did internship, out of the box. This guy did, let's say, a few years of clinical experience. We are there, maybe. We are getting there in terms of a few years of clinical experience. And this guy maybe went back to school. Who? Are we there? Are we there? You know, they went back to school. And then after that, they came back and got a ton of clinical practice. And then after that, they were maybe involved in some research. And then maybe after that, they went back to school for them to be who they are today. So for me to just think that I'm going to flip a switch and wake up today or tomorrow or do something in a very limited time and be a certain person is mind-blowing in terms of how stupid for me to think that. And it's stupid, but it's also very calming, because I'm like telling myself, and this is something, subhanAllah, I told myself today when I was walking to Dhuhr, to pray for today. I was telling myself that, you know what, I have to go through this. I have to go through this for me to be that, you know? I have to go through this year of nagging and finding jobs and struggling and everything else so that I can be that. Like, if you look at it, it's not just that thing, like that, even that person, like I've already said, they didn't wake up and just become that person. They went through this very long, sometimes, and even tiring process for them to be who they are today. And that is the reality of this journey sometimes. It's like you have to go through it. So to anyone who is kind of feeling in the same ways and kind of feeling like they're in the same position, or like you can't relate to whatever I'm saying, it's that we just have to go through this. The story is cooking itself, you know? It's like, I told myself this again, like, I'm being prepared for something ahead. For me to go through this, I'm being prepared for something ahead of me. And I'm choosing to walk and have that mentality with me and hold it really, really close to me every single day, so that at least, even if it doesn't make sense, but it helps me get through my day. It helps me get through those moments where I feel like, nah, this isn't it, you know? Because I'm telling myself, like, at the back of my head, this is part of the story. This is part of that, you know? That thing that I want. This is part of it. I have to go through this. And this today is preparing me for tomorrow. Like, for instance, today I had a really, really embarrassing moment in the hospital. I really, really felt bad, and I'm still feeling bad about it. But I was like, again, reflecting about it, and I was thinking that, subhanAllah, even in that particular moment, it's like, there's something I still learned. Like how, so something involving me and a senior, me and a consultant actually. So like, there's a way in which the consultant just talked to me. I was like, I would want to be a consultant or like a senior who handles this situation in this particular moment. Because when I'm thinking about it, when I'm feeling the embarrassment, I'm feeling the guilt, I'm feeling the imposter syndrome and everything, it's like, it's me who is feeling this. It's not the consultant who made me feel this. I don't know if I'm making sense, but like, it's me choosing because of how I see myself and the standard I'm holding myself. This is how I feel because of me, and not because of how that consultant said, how the consultant handled that situation, or how they did that, or how they said it, and nothing to do with them. It's particularly me. And that made me, it's like, yeah, when I look back at it, it's like, this is something I really want to do. But yeah, and that moment was really embarrassing. But alhamdulillah, no harm was done. Alhamdulillah, we learned. Alhamdulillah, we live to see another day. And we have to go through. We have to go through this to be that. Assalamu alaikum.